off your latest release, Love Addict?
Yes, I think I'll play You're Losing Me, which was the radio single, so you should have it. And yeah, my records can be quite colorful, so I'm sure that if I play this one, I won't be getting anyone in trouble. So why don't we start with You're Losing Me? When I walk into the room, don't look up and notice the way that you used to cling to your side of the bed, but that kind of thing can be hard to accept. Hands to yourself, feelings inside, a safe distance, maybe your pride, while you show me the things that you wanna keep. You're losing me, you're losing me. All day to reply, and don't ask about where I went last night. Don't make me scream your name, beg you for more, but that kind of thing can be hard to ignore. Hands to yourself, feelings inside, a safe distance, maybe your pride, while you show me the things you wanna keep. You're losing me, you're losing if I call out for rescue and no one's around, because I'm disappearing. Does it make a sound? Hands to yourself, feelings inside, safe distance, maybe your pride. Show me the things that you wanna keep, but you're losing me, you're losing me, you're losing me, you're losing me.
That's Caitlin Cannon performing live from Studio A. That's one from her latest release, Love Addict. And it was produced by someone who's worked with folks like Casey Musgraves and Willie Nelson. Tell us a little bit about your producer and how you got introduced.
Oh, that's a great question. I feel like I so rarely get to talk about the music and how the music was made. Like so rarely do people want to talk about the music part of music anymore. But I actually wound up in Misa Arriaga's studio just on a fluke, and I just got lucky because he is someone who likes to. He's a real purist. He ended up sort of leaving they were in a long-time romantic partnership, Misa and Casey Musgraves and Misa Arriaga. There was no marriage. And he'll credit her with everything, but I believe just working with him, he was there's a lot of him in that soundscape that, she sort of built, because they came from the same place in West Texas and had this love of classic country music. So when I started working with him, I got this real classic country music education that I didn't know I didn't have. And I guess it was great because I just was allowed to sort of thaw out and work with him in this real sort of analog way that made the pleasure of making the record was I needed it so much. I needed a detox from just all of the ways they tell you that you have to do music now. And so the result was this really beautiful record that not many people understand, I don't think. Yeah, I got lucky in the sense that I think, likes to work with people who aren't that good. So he can make, not that formed, I guess, or you don't know so much that he can't work with sort of like the raw. He likes to pull an artist out of them, and I feel like he pulled a lot of artistry out of me in this record. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear another song, then we'll chat a little bit more. This next one, also off your latest release?
Actually, we made 14 songs, and I separated 4 of them off into an EP. And I just did that because I needed to prime the pipeline and sort of trim off the songs that were maybe on the way to what the record is. But I love to play this one when I'm on the road. Because it's about when I got pulled over and got the first ticket that I couldn't cry my way out of, which was a real turning point in a woman's life. And it was the first song that I did with Misa and led to this record. It's called Somewhere Between Amarillo and Little Rock. I've been getting acquainted with the kind of pain that'll bend your mind and cause it to fray. It'll bend your knees, force you to pray. Who says people don't change? My doctor tells me I got a brain that don't make dopamine, won't think straight. The round one takes the edge away. The red one keeps the blues at bay. Somewhere between Amarillo and Little Rock. You said you wanna tell me why you failed to abide by the traffic stop. And I didn't really know the speed I was going, just that it wasn't fast enough. Always running behind, I never can catch up. I'm breaking down between Amarillo and Little Rock. Why so far from home, he asked, but I wasn't there long enough to call it that. The South has lower property tax, I find myself circling back. Do they pad prescription opioid dosage so he can meet his ticket quota? When he asks me if I'm sober, I really don't know, sir. I'm just somewhere between Amarillo and Little Rock. They got hay for sale by the roller bale and they grow cash crops. Is there anywhere in Middle America people aren't working their asses off? Always running behind, they never can catch up. We're breaking down between Amarillo and Little Rock. I'd sooner burn through my reserves and let the wheels fall off before it occurred to me that I could stop. Somewhere between Amarillo and Little Rock. It's as good a place as any to just get out and take a walk. Ain't it funny when clarity's hidden in a contradiction or a paradox? Can't begin to get your bearings till you're good and lost and breaking down between Amarillo and Little Rock.
And if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Caitlin Cannon performing live from Studio A. She's not going to play in Columbus tonight. She was at Rambling House last night, and she's headed to Nashville. Her latest release, Love Addict, came out in May, but we just heard a track from her Beggar EP from last year. And those two releases, I assume, are available at all the usual places online?
Yes, and even others, I guess. They're just making new ones every day.
Yeah, you're right.
So all of the 10 places that you can go, yeah, you can get it.
Well, give us a little background on your Beyond Bars program.
Oh, actually, I'm going back to Nashville tonight to pack because that's where I live, but I'm getting ready to go do the second teacher training in which I'm going to have 4 songwriters come to learn about a 2-week program that I created to take into Walton Correctional Institution. And after this, we'll have, I think we'll have trained somewhere, I think we have 8 or 10 new trainers who are now taking the work back into the prison. And so hopefully, now that we have proof of concept, we'll be able to get it into more institutions and other states. You know, it's tricky. It's not. We were very lucky to have this relationship with Walton Correctional Institution, and the reason why we have that is because of the Cultural Arts Alliance, the CAA of Walton County, the people who also do the 30A Songwriters Festival. They have provided this opportunity with me and have this relationship with the prison. There aren't a lot of prisons that will have programs like this. So trying to find the right places where you can take transformational healing work. I call it songwriting. I don't like to call it healing, but I feel like I'm just the kind of person that you have to make it fun if you're going to do anything, like healing. You should trick yourself into it.
Well, Meg Ryan's obviously heard of you since she featured you in her Empowered series. Can you give us a little background on what that is, and how did you get connected with Meg in the first place?
It was through the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County. They were the ones who got on that series. I don't know. To be quite honest with you, I don't think I ever saw it. But I sure hope that Meg has, that it made an impression on her. I think that was cool. She was, trying to highlight things that were happening around the world that weren't just Hollywood, things that are actually about real life and real people.
Last night you performed at Rambling House, which will be closing due to budget issues. WCBE's an NPR station also facing some budget issues because of the rescission bill. What are maybe 1 or 2 of the NPR stations that you depend on?
Well, you guys, I'm depending on you today. Thank you so much for having me on, because I've heard great things about your listenership and how important you are to this community. And so much awesome music has come out of Columbus, and I'm sure that you had a hand in that. I love WMOT. It was the reason why I moved to Nashville. Because I was driving around listening to all the great music that they were broadcasting, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to be here if I want to ascend to this level. I need to come and be here. And also KSUT in the Four Corners. I actually think that my friend Chris Holland over there just, I think he's got an actual lawsuit going on now about the unfortunate demise of what's happening to public radio over there. And just wishing him the best with the legal issues that he might be facing. You don't think of radio as being that salacious.
Well, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is going away because of the rescission bill, but NPR stations can live on with support from listeners just like you. We're going to start our fundraiser here in about a week, but you can give early if you would like, online at wcbe.org. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Well, let's hear another song. What's the name of this one?
Okay, let's do I Wouldn't Say I Love You. It's another one that without expletives that I can play for you off of Love Addict. Yeah, all the songs are about love, ironically. This one's titled I Wouldn't Say I Love You. So if you're a work in progress, this one's for you. I've never been afraid to tell you how I love your face, the understanding in your eyes when they're looking into mine. I love your gentle touch, I can't tell you that enough, but I wouldn't say I love you. I don't ever hesitate to mention I appreciate how you communicate with me in pictures and in poetry. You're not so easily defined. When you get angry, you're still kind. But I wouldn't say I love you. I would never do that to you. If you said you love me, I wouldn't want to know what that could mean. Once the word is said, it's the beginning of the end. And though I'd like to get it off my tongue, I wouldn't say I love you. I would never do that to us. I'll admit it's more than just a crush, and I should let you know it, but the butterflies my stomach gets begin that butterfly effect. If anything is clear, it's that I'll always need you here. But I wouldn't say I love you. I would never do that to you. If you said you love me, I wouldn't want to know what that could mean. Once the word is said, it's the beginning of the end. And though I'd like to get it off my tongue, I wouldn't say I love you. I would never do that to us. 'Cause I know where that road will lead. It's good, it's bad, and then you leave. And I don't want us to be like that, saying things we can't take back. So I wouldn't say I love you. I would never do that. Though I want to get it off my tongue, how could I ever do that? I wouldn't say I love you. I would never do that to